Well, welcome back everybody, Smithy here, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs and Jurassic World. Well, after the Mosasaurus arena was being done, I decided I need to come back and actually finish the main building here, because when I left it last time I hadn't done any of the iron all the way around, which I've now done, and I'm starting just to put the glass into the four sort of cafe areas, which are going to be, that's what I'm going to make these, like different cafe areas at the four cardinal points, and then I will then come back. What I've got to decide is how to do the interior central place, because there is a stairwell, a circular staircase that goes up the center area as well, from pictures I've seen, but I wanted to be a bit different. And also I haven't put in the stanchions, the inside stanchions that hold this place all together. So I think I'm going to actually start those. We're using these grey blocks because I like this colour. It's actually cyan, but it looks grey on here. So first things first, new poster came out today. That was really cool with the raptors. So you know which day of the week it is. It's Sunday on this video, but it'll be Monday probably by the time you see this. And I still like the Mosasaurus one probably best. I like the Raptor one quite a lot, but I think the Mosasaurus still wins for me. That's my personal view. I like the first one as well. Well, that's really cool. So I'm going to do a bit more at this because this is just like boring bits. Takes a lot of time though, and I'll come back and we'll look at which dinosaur we're going to hopefully breed in this episode. I'm still thinking. I think I've got the answer, but we shall see. So I've virtually finished all the glass all the way around, which takes a long time. I got one little bit to do. Some new news really. Been talking to one of the guys from Jurassicraft tonight, which was excellent. Talking about the models and talk about the new stuff that's coming in Jurassicraft, which is really cool. I like some of the new dinosaur models. They are, I think people are going to really love them. You can go and see them on DeviantArt anyway, as a matter of course, and I have put the link. So I've put that, but if you search for Jurassicraft on DeviantArt, you will come up with their new Jurassicraft dinosaur models that they are developing at the moment, and they are really cool, to say the least. So I'm just going to finish off putting this glass in. It's a bit to show you that this week the videos might be a bit slow than normal, because I really want to take and do quite a lot of this innovation center, and what I want to do is create the basic core inside, because let me just finish this. Yeah, because it's a circular area inside, but it's got like bits and pieces, and it's got like the it's got like a cinemascope place, and it's got like little bits and pieces off the side right around the circular area. So got to work out how to design that, and in between time I'm going to put some more dinosaurs in, and that's what I said I was going to do for this particular episode, which I'm going to do next. Once I finish this glass all the way around, we're going to head out and put a new Jurassicraft dinosaur into the next to the Ankylosaurus and Stegosaurus and the Gallimimus, and it's a beautiful dinosaur. So I'm just going to finish this off around to make sure I've got all the glass, and even we might even start looking at the floor. I'm going to take out this is much darker here, so I might take out some of the lighter floor, but I might not. Anyway, we're back once I go out to the yonder fields with the new dinosaur. Okay, welcome back everybody. You can see I've done quite a lot. The floor is in, although this is not the final floor, and then I will explain now. So we have a center point where the innovation center has on the diagram, it has a smaller circle, but because we've got a bigger innovation center, I'm able to do a bigger circle. But if you've seen the park cams, you will notice that inside I was talking about the struts. These are the struts which go all the way around the outside of the circular area, and you can see over here that I've done they are two, well, they're going to be three when I finish, three like that at the bottom on all sides, and they go round the center spot. Now these are the struts that hold up the center of the building all the way around. That's what they're here for. And they work very well. So once I've got these in, it will start looking the part. But the question is, I'm going to have to do some sort of art. I'm going to have to do some loops over at center point about this height as well. If you remember, I said I want to be able to bring the struts together at some point. I have decided I'm going to go for a center staircase. I might do a center staircase, I might do another case. I haven't yeah, I've sort of decided but not decided, because I'm going to change it probably. That's the way I work. And this has been changed several times. I made the circle smaller and then larger, but I ended up, the fact is that the way the roof is, this is going to be around about the right size to make the struts go up into the air. So that's why I've done that. And then I can put, there's like cubby holes around here, different sections. Over here, I think I'm going to make this one the access to the creation lab, although what I could do is make this the creation lab at the back here, because I can go right out into the wall, into here, which I'd expect it to go. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do yet. I might do this one with a big hill, because that gives me a lot of places to build in there. So I'm not 100% sure where the creation lab's going to go. I just have to put these up as the struts and then work with it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And you can see these are the size of struts. This is the only block I could really use that looks dark metallic, and then it matches the structure inside the building. Oh, and it sort of makes, ooh, into the glass there, it makes this clock dial area all the way around. So I'm just going to finish that off and go up a bit more to see what it looks like. Okay everybody, let's have a look what I've done. It's taken a bit of time, but I think I'm virtually there. This will be a corridor, and then you come into the center area. Let me show you what is here and why I've got certain things. So we got these cardinal points, which are slightly different, and the design of the area incorporates these, which I can't do, which are full of they're like bronze dinosaur reliefs, which are on 4 of the points within inside. So I put them as orange blocks, a sort of deep orange. I haven't done that one. Then there is a second story. So in the center here, there is a center, would you believe it, an actual center square, and then around the outside are like information. And it sort of gives the impression that there is a sort of hollow sphere here, but I'm not sure whether it's here or somewhere else. Anyway, let's go back. So there are balconies all the way around this, and also I get the impression that the balconies, you walk behind the relief, so I've got to put a stairway. So this is why this, I know this is enclosed here, so it's a case of bringing a staircase up, so that like this, oh yeah, like this, and then bringing it around to match. Now what is really good is it is just happened that way how I built it. You then put the walkway behind here, and then you come back round to the glass balconies, and they're all glass balconies all the way around to the upper level. What is really cool is that this level has worked out exactly, and I'll show you if I just go all the way back here. This level has worked out to be exactly the same level as that. So if I have this as a walkway, it means that people on this floor could actually look out the glass over here, which is something I didn't plan, but has happened. And when you come into the center here, what happens is then all these points come up to the center at some point, and also you see they are also the structures that go at the back as well. So let's have a look at this. This one comes up and meets the pillar here. In fact, I think I should have got rid of that. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, one more. Get rid of that glass there. So it literally supports that being there. These ones come up at an angle, look, and then support this roof space here. What's going to happen is then the centerpieces here, these will come up and meet a platform like I said it would up here. And then there is some sort of platform here, and we know we've got the glass dome at the top. So that's for another few episodes ahead. That's what we're going to do, and I'm going to be putting these pillars in, and then start. What happens is this, once you get through here, then the colour of the floor is this. So it's a dark colour which goes out to outside. So that's how it works on each side. And then again we've got the same here, where these will be the dark grey heading out to outside. So that's the way it will. So a lot of work to do in here, but you can finally see the shape of things to come and the interior of the innovation centre. I'm definitely going to make probably this one, this going through to the creation lab. I think that's a most definite now after I've looked at the layout of inside. I've got a couple of pictures which haven't been really released too far on the web, but I've actually got the set, a picture of the set before it had any people inside, and I've also got the picture of the set where people are all milling around inside. So hopefully that will meet your appeal. I suppose you can't see it until I get all the struts and everything into place. The idea is that these all support the roof all the way around, and then these will come into the centre. I haven't fully decided, because this actually takes some time to actually start putting the struts in. And what I have to do is play around like this, where I sort of make them come in to the centre and then see what happens. But you can see these ones are fine, but at some point they will meet these ones. So at some point around this height, everything will join up into a circle in the middle. Right, okay, onwards and upwards, as they say. Onwards and upwards. Well, everybody, the trailer is out. The new trailer 2, the official trailer 2 came out just when I got home from work, and wow. Just did not expect the amount of stuff. I suppose the fact that we had the Star Wars trailer a few days ago as well, which had loads of different clips in, I suppose it's only good to expect that the Jurassic World trailer that came out had to have loads of stuff and new stuff which are going to keep me building for some time. So I'm not going to do any more of that building. I'm going to have a quick reaction to the video. I've watched it, what, 20 times, sadly. Yeah, and whoa, by the way, we've got a baby mosasaur. Yeah, and I've stopped the breeding. I'm not having any more dinosaurs breeding, but because we got now 4 mosasaurs in here, we got a baby mosasaur. And just to let you know, guys and girls, Jurassicraft are working on their own mosasaur. This is a fossil and archaeology one, but I have seen a basic model of the Jurassicraft. Anyway, back to Jurassic World. Why am I here? Well, I'm going to come back to this in a minute, because there's been, in this latest trailer's new revelation about the Mosasaurus arena and what it actually does in Jurassic World, which is well cool. But first of all, what I'm going to do is have a look at some screenshots, and we're going to start with 2 new builds. We've seen sort of a glimpse at one, but a completely new attraction in Jurassic World. So I'm going to drag in, let me just put this back here, I'm going to drag in, I think I just have to do that really, I'm going to drag in the first picture. Yeah, so I'll bring in this picture. This is the Raptor Enclosure or Raptor Paddock. We've seen sort of glimpses of this, but wow, we see an overhead shot of the Raptor paddock, and it is quite impressive to say the least. It's a similar hexagonal design to the T-Rex area, and you can see the steps up, looking like it's been a facility that's been here for some time. It's got cages at the back here. There's, you measure the size with the Mercedes vehicles here. Interesting enough, this looks like, well, it's not as big because the water here, it looks like similar cliffs to Jurassic Park movie, and it's got all the trees around here. I know this set was also at the New Orleans site, but if you remember as well, I don't know where, but the raptors come out of like a place, maybe that's at the back here. So that is a new thing that people have been asking me to build. I know some of you have commented, but that is excellent. I'm going to make this, got walkways across, so it looks really, really cool. So I'm going to put that at the north of the island in a sort of safe zone area. Maybe I'll put it on the left or right, I'm not sure. So yeah, there we have that one there. Now here is a completely new build. It's well cool. This is the T-Rex viewing area. So if you remember the attraction T-Rex Kingdom, it's quite interesting, but there is a T-Rex, almost like I-Rex or T-Rex kingdom that I have built, which is shown on the map, but there's also this out in the wilds. It's obviously got its own carnivorous redwoods in here. Looks very similar to another scene from another famous film. Up here, look, you've got the person doing the speaking bit, and then the people are obviously sort of piped in, literally piped in to the T-Rex area, and then the goat is fed to him. So that looks quite cool. I suppose I'm a bit perturbed that maybe I would expect that this glass would have more glass, so I would expect some more, and quite toughened as well, because you see a clip with the T-Rex, because that's a bit small really for the amount of visitors that you would get. But that looks really cool, and yeah, I look forward to building that. I know where I'm going to do that. I've already got in mind exactly what I'm going to do with this one. So now we come to obviously one of my favourite builds, which is the Mosasaurus Arena, and this was the previous clip, TV Spot 2. Sorry, no, this was the second one where it had the original the original hotel here, which is now changed into a far more fancy hotel in the TV Spot 2, and in the latest video you can see the Hilton in that video if you ever look very carefully. Right, what didn't I spot, or what didn't anybody else spot except would know? You've got these stanchions which were built, but I'm going to show you this. The winner here is this part here, and there's a rim here, and this part, and these part. These areas sink down underwater, and that's something that I completely missed. It's really awesome. So this here is like a ring of steel, and it's got the security fences, and then under here is glass. And I started doing something based on a picture that was coming out this week. So let's go and have a look how this works. These areas actually sink down on hydraulics to the underwater area, and I can't wait to see this in the film. It's really cool. And how do I know that? Well, let's go and have a look at some more pictures. So here is the promotional picture that came out less than 36 hours ago. This shows a boy here with the control panel, and you can actually zoom in on this. I can actually zoom in quite a lot on this, in fact, and you get some. This is a really high definition one, and then it's looking at the mosasaur through this massive glass. Now it sort of appears that the glass goes right to the surface, which I don't think that's the aim of the game. So that came out about 36 hours ago. And then we have the latest shot. So the latest shot has the Mosasaurus. That's a bit odd. Someone's tablet is showing up on there, double screen. And you have the Mosasaur swimming in and taking what's left of the shark's tail. If you remember when it was above the water, it came up and bit the shark, and then all that's left was tail. So quite interesting, the tail's been shoved in. We got more shining pads here as well, so that's quite interesting. But what I want then is some dodgy didn't see that CGI where it's blanked out, not completely sorted. What I want to show you is that this bar here is the identical bar and the area here, and you'll show you a shot now with from the daylight to the darkness here where they go underneath. So obviously some sort of roof comes over as well. So we're going to switch to the next two shots. So here we go. This was an earlier clip from the earlier trailer where this is where they got soaked, and you can see our two lead characters getting soaked. And then note the people in the brightly coloured areas. This lady here, and this lady here. Now you can see, not so long afterwards, once the stage has gone down, all the people are identical. There's our two characters there. There's the same lady left and right, and then the lady in front. You can also see this lady here is over here, and that chap. Now, quite interestingly, that doesn't appear to have got the. What I want to know is, see that lady there is sitting there. That's probably the only one that's not quite right, although this chap looks similar as well. So they've got most of the people around. There's the guy in the glasses and hat. There you go again. So just to show that literally they were above the area, and then they've been put down underneath and on hydraulics and carried on watching it underwater. So that's quite interesting. So I can't actually do that in Minecraft. Can't actually make the thing go up and down. So I'm going to play a bit of trickery with that and build an underwater stage fairly quickly, just to give the impression that it's underneath and above. So then we're going to come to the final bit, which if anybody watching my series would have seen the aviary and the difference with the aviary. So here's one of the latest shots from the latest trailer. It's one of my favourites actually, where you see the, interestingly enough, you see the Indominus Rex with its jaws wide open. Funny enough though, that jaw there looks very similar to that. I know it's made of DNA, I'm not sure all the DNA, but this is where the Indominus Rex has broken into the aviary and then is, I say communicating, but scaring the hell out of all these the Dimorphodons and the Pterodons. But you can see this first shot, the aviary again. The aviary is got beams going straight up, and I'm going to show you another shot which gives us far more about the aviary, and it's got some major struts as well, and in another shot which I'm not going to show you, there's also like a circular doorway behind Indominus Rex as well. But that's really cool. So let's switch to the other one. So this is not as totally clear, but I've got a few shots of this. I was just showing this. This is basically Indominus Rex has made one hole inside the aviary. And then some of the Dimorphodons and the Pterodons have escaped, and then the helicopter gets taken out, and the helicopter then crashes through the roof of the aviary into and goes down and blows up in front of the Indominus Rex. What's really cool about this particular scene for me is that I finally get to see how they have designed the aviary, which is well cool, and it's got this center pivoting area. Now I knew there was a kind of center pivot area from earlier artwork, but this now gives me, if you remember that my aviary has got a circle a bit at the top, and I've left it and left it and left it particularly till this came, and I'm so happy that this has come out, because I can now and this is actually a lot easier to design in terms of the aviary, so I can actually make the aviary quite quickly in another build. So that for me has been a big plus. Lots of new stuff in the film. So yeah, that's only just a snapshot. You got to go. Most of you have probably already seen the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer, you just got to go and see it and watch it and whatever. So it is well cool, and I've got loads to build in this world. So let's go and finish off. So to finish off then, wow, look at those fly. We'll come to the aviary because now I can do something with this aviary, which is I'm well happy with. So I can change the roof to match that new design. And then now, instead of I was worried I'd have to do much, I can now probably end up taking this ring out here, take this ring out, and then redesign the aviary to how it looks. So I'm really looking forward to doing that, and I can then do the look at doing the phase 2 build as well. So yeah, really looking forward to it now. Not that I have. So the servers crashed. Haha, very sad right at the end there, and one of the nodes has gone on the where I have my server. Never mind. Thank you very much for watching. That's the end of this video. So yeah, that's the Innovation Centre before I did all that work. I'll go and get the world and save it anyway, because I can do that. So thanks very much for watching. Please press that like button, and there's going to be loads more to come. So there we go. Thanks very much, and bye bye.